What's important to me with this music is it hasn't been recorded. So every night we try to do some new thing. And so for me as a musician, this is really fun. Because you're not just playing the same thing every night. Plus, these are really good musicians. So if I say, you know, just try something, they will. You know, and it's a really great spirit to do music. I haven't done music in a while. I've been working on other projects, you know, writing and movies, and so getting back into music has really been great. Homeland is still political in a sense, but not so directly as I thought. It's a little bit more personal than I imagined at the beginning. The picture that I try to draw in Homeland is not necessarily of a place, but more like you say, a state of a mental state, and it begins really with a story about nowhere, about a kind of groundless state. And just to tell you the story very quickly, it comes from a Greek tragedy. And it's a story from before the world began. It's a story about birds, taken from Aristophanes' play called The Birds. Just millions of birds. They're flying around, just chaos, and they never land anywhere because there's no land, you know. There's just sky, only sky. The lark's father dies, and they go going, uh-oh, it's really a problem. Because there's no place to bury the body of the father. Because there's no land. So they're like, what are we going to do? So finally the lark has an idea. She decides to bury her father in the back of her own head. This is, in a way, the beginning of memory. What do you do with what you thought it should be or what was? So how do you carry it with you? I really like a show where you can see the text. You know, I think people here in Budapest will understand it better than probably people in New York, because people, you know, what did she say? You know, and here you see it. And plus, I think it's really great to have words come through your eyes and through your ears. It's interesting because they mean something different when they come through your eyes. Is pretty powerful, and it's using a lot of soft synths, and it's using a bunch of foot pedals and sampling things, and we modify it, you know, every other day. So I'm always like, how does this work today? You know, and it's now quite possible to do a lot of sophisticated stuff just with almost nothing. So I prefer that, because it's, you know, taking a lot of stuff and dragging it around. It's just too much work. Convenient when you're with somebody who has a similar thing that they do. It's like two lawyers, you know, when they don't have to explain a lot of things, you know. So musicians, the same thing. So if somebody says, I'm going to be in the studio till 3 o'clock in the morning, the other one doesn't go, 3 o'clock? What are you talking about? You know, because they do that too, you know, or I'm going to be on tour for 6 months. What? You know, so we don't have to go through this thing. Plus, we do try to help each other. Lou has helped me a lot, particularly in this show in Homeland, because he has come to a lot of the rehearsals and made some really great suggestions to musicians. He's really, really good at that. I really am listening. I'm really listening. Because he knows me
and civil war and
totally.
refugees in that country.